What's up everyone, Crimshot here, and I'm going to react to episode 66, 67, and 68 of Hunter x Hunter today. Last time we had, what was it? I think Bisky and Gon, they were out in the open field. Gon was, he was training his other skill set. I remember they mentioned it before, but Bisky was saying that, okay, so you specialize, or not specialize, but you excel in this category of Nen. For Gon, it is the enhancer, and they had the enhancer. It was like a graph where it went, enhancer was way up, and then it came like down for all the rest. And she mentioned that if you were to train the others, naturally the enhancer portion of you, which is the best, will go up as well. So he was practicing his emitter Nin. And he actually caught on to it pretty quick. Bisky was surprised. She was saying something like, "Oh, you might be able to hit that rock by the end of the day," and then he just hits it right after she says that. They also picked up a whole bunch of spell cards. One of them being the prison card that other group who was massacred, except for that one guy. They were massacred, and they were looking for that prison card in order as like a defense mechanism. When they traded all the other 40 cards, doesn't matter. Bomber has it. They bugged out of the game. They're doing their own thing still. And that other guy that survived, who was smart enough, has that weird worm-looking thing on him. So he's like all dressed up, all covered. All you see is his eyes, like someone from the Middle East or something. No offense, but yeah. What was it? We still don't know where the Phantom Trope went. They're obviously going to jump back in the game. But it's like, are they going to be able to fight that guy that stopped him? They totally want to fight that guy. Because then he also said that you get a reward for beating him. What was his name? Razor. That was the guy that stopped him. Hopefully Machi jumps in the game. I miss her. I actually want to see more of Machi. Even though she's not interested in the game, I hope she does go in the game with them. What else? Oh, Kailua, he's retaking the exam. I'm pretty sure he's gonna... The way they're going about it, it doesn't seem like it's gonna, you know, shaft him one where it's like he goes, someone else is stronger and he doesn't even get it. But I'm pretty sure he's just gonna pass with flying colors, join back with Gon, continue training with Bisky, and they'll just come at it at full force at whatever's gonna come at them. But yeah, I think I mentioned all that I wanted to talk about. Let's just get right into it. Okay, we're doing the Kailua route right now. And those are the fox guys. That I totally forgot they could fly. I'm just thinking, this is like some secret agency type of stuff. But yeah, there's the elevator. They go to like some underground location and then they start off with like a run. That place looked way different than the last one though. Strategy and scheme. I'm gonna guess that this episode's just gonna be all about Kailua and him passing this exam with flying colors. Oh, it's this guy again. What was his name? That's not important. And it's that guy too. These three. It just blows them off. Okay, so we get introduced to someone different. There was another face that I saw that looked familiar. I think it was a girl with a hat. I just caught it for like a brief moment. Yep, her. She was in the other one as well. Hey, it's Zipael. I missed what he was talking about for the exam to be for this part. Oh, he is just mopping everyone. Wow. So I'm guessing the examiner wanted them to eliminate each other for some reason. I'll probably look back on it. He just destroyed everyone though. Hour and a half. So that's, I was wondering why it took him so long. An hour and a half? That's why it took him so long. It took forever to grab the tags. Oh yeah, what was this guy's name? Netero. Does he still have to go through all the rest of it? He's the only one. Okay. Wow, that was a lot faster than I thought. Look at that, we're already back in. It hasn't even been half an episode. I'm gonna guess that this episode's just gonna be all about Killua and him passing this exam with flying colors. Damn. Are they gonna share some of their cards with him? Look at her face. Nah, save him. Talk to the guy that has that stuff on him. The way they have that layout kind of reminds me of a Pokedex. Crollo is in here? They're just leaving her out. Okay, so they're back in. And he just found out that Crollo's in there too. Oh. Oh, he's gonna let Kurapika know that Crollo's in here? Oh, that's why he said east. So how to get in? Oh. Okay. So Crollo's not really in the game. He just had someone come in and just use his name. Like a proxy in a way. Oh, is that Hisoka? Yep. So he was using the name. Oh, they hate him. But he's still gonna let them in on some info? I guess that makes sense. So Crollo might come back sooner than I expected as well. So Kurapika knows that the Nen is still in place. That's why he's not too worried about coming back and jumping in the game. So he's not coming back yet. Is this the guy he's working for as a bodyguard? Is this the same guy? What happened to Neon? It is the same guy. See, he relied too much on his daughter for, financial support, and now... And something happened. Oh, her power stopped working. So wait, when Crollo takes a skill or a technique, he literally steals it? That person no longer can do it? I didn't know that. I thought he just copied it. Boss. Time to beat the game. I wonder how many more episodes of this arc is there, of this game arc is gonna be. Whoa. Very nice. So he could have obliterated that thing. They just turned the girl into a card. I'm curious what else is going to turn into a card at this point. They're just mopping up this game like nothing, though. Ooh. Reflect all attack spells when you wear the necklace. Ooh. Really? I bet you there's like a real deck of cards from every card from this game somewhere. Like they actually sold it in real life, I bet. Is it Hisoka? No. Who's this? Is this guy? They should just go over and bust up his crib. Cause they stole his what was it? Their first card that they got. Tetsuya really wants to beat the game, and then Bomber as well, but he's not having any contact with this guy. He knows he's up to something. So they have 95. I know that the Bomber group has more than 87. So the Bomber group already has Breath of Angel. I guess while they were still in that group, they did the trade for the 40. The look on their faces, they realize that Tetsuya, he's got him in the bag. Like a whole bunch of rare cards, he's already has his hands on them. Oh, they actually did trade with the guy. Yeah. Yeah. No. Hmm. 1 in 20 chance to get the bad luck. And if you get the bad luck, everything good up to that point will have disappeared? Is that what I got from that dice? Oh, you see the dice next to the guy's hand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't keep using that thing. So basically, if you roll bad luck, you're dead. It kind of makes it seem like you're lucky to have been born. They're not gonna set him free. Ooh, so close. Off by 1. They're playing it like a little kid's game. They really just threw this dice mechanic in this episode. Like, everybody just starts pulling it out. Just roll bad luck, please. I know it's rare, but wouldn't it be funny if he did? With everything that he does blowing things up in people's face, that blows up in his face. That'd be funny. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's got bit by the gambling bug. Yeah, I've never really went to a gambling casino or anything of the sort, but from what I understand, don't go by yourself. If you get hooked, you're just gonna ruin yourself. That's pretty cool. Alright, that was episode 66. One of the big things that happened in this was this possibility that Chrollo was in the game. Turns out it's not him. Turns out it was Chrollo hiring Hisoka to use his name in the game. It started to get confusing in the dialogue because it sounded like Hisoka didn't know you could do that, but then he found out once he got in the game. But anyway, it kind of goes back all the way to when there was that showdown between Hisoka and Chrollo. Nothing happened, and Hisoka was blue-balled. He wanted that fight, but it never came. But using the skill that Chrollo stole from Neon, which apparently it doesn't seem like she can do it anymore. I thought it was just like a pure copy technique, but it sounds like he really stole it from her, and she no longer is able to do it, and that's why the dad is freaking out, because he was relying on her fortune telling to keep his financial estate afloat and all that stuff. So he's pretty much ruined. It doesn't sound like Kurapika is going to stay with him for much longer, and Kurapika knows that it's not Chrollo that's in the game because he knows instantly when his Nen would have been voided. You need to have Nen in order to get in the game, so he knows. Kurapika is telling Kilo, now man, it's not him, it can't be, because you know, it is possible for him to remove it, but I would know when that happened, you know. So that happened. Like the Phantom trope has to work with Hisoka in order to get the boss back, Chrollo. And the only reason why Hisoka's doing it is because by doing so he'll be able to fight Chrollo. So it makes sense. And that whole thing at that fight scene where Hisoka got blue balled, there was that thing where Chrollo said go east, and then they didn't show it before, but they had to show it now to have it make sense. Shalnark was talking about like the map. If you go directly east from where they had the auction, you'd eventually come to the island. Sounds like Chrollo hit it, met up with Razor, got pushed back, rejected to some other place besides there, and that's how I found out, oh, need to get into Greed Island, and that's how hired Hisoka, and there's that dynamic going on between them. They still hate Hisoka's guts for what he did. But GON and Killua, as well as Bisky, they're really trying to be up there with everyone else and beating the game. It sounds like they got quite a bit of cards. Probably not as much as some of these other players like Tetsugeta. He has 95, or at least he says he has 95, but we don't really know if that's true. It's probably true because he has been in this game for quite a while, and it sounds like the deal that he made with Bomber came off as like, man, I have so many of these rare cards, I can just give this away. I just know that you have the cards that I want, so I'll give you some of this. And he's like giving away that are only, there was like a S rank 3, like the number 3, so it can only be found or used 3 times. There was another one that was 5, and it's like really rare cards, but he has no problems giving them up to get these other cards that he knows that Bomber has. Like it was like Knight something, and of course that Breath of the Archangel. And Bomber is still suspicious about that. They're still trying to, they're still torturing people in order to get the cards. Everybody has their own method in trying to beat the game, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nothing's coming to me at the moment, so I probably, I'll just jump into the next one. Episode 67. I'm an idiot. I think I just reacted to the whole episode 67 and it wasn't recording. I watch it again so I can walk through my thoughts. Let's see how that goes. Okay, when I was watching this part, it clicked on me that I forgot to mention that Killua, he was I am a double idiot. Okay, so I'm rewatching it again because I'm an idiot, right? I'm going to try and walk through what I was saying during my first reaction. So right around here, that's when I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. Killua did the hunter exam, and he got it right after the first phase. We saw a couple faces, a pile, and some old faces that didn't pass as well. Like there was the trio, and then the big guy. I forget his name. He's not important. He keeps on trying to screw over the newbies, right? But yeah, I'm just gonna go through the main parts that I thought were important, explaining what my thoughts were at the time, remembering it as best as I can. All right, so these two meet up, right? He's saying it's unfair. I was saying Genthru, this bomber guy, he's pushing his luck because I thought that this guy with the eyebrows the eyebrows mess with me. I mentioned that. I thought Tetsugeta had one up him, not knowing it, but then this guy had his goonies in the back. I was like, okay, so those two behind this guy must be the ones that they were torturing earlier. They just made him look like his goons. They roll the dice for good luck. They go for it, steal all of their, what was it? Like a good portion of the cards. I think it was like 8 or something. Yeah, they steal all the cards and they dig out, right? This is when they talk about the biggest obstacle is the number 2 card. They mention the number 75, which takes a play on the episode later. I start thinking, okay, this guy is pushing it a lot, because then this is when I'm thinking, oh, he's talking about splitting the rewards, so their team is going to fall apart. That's what I'm thinking, right? GON talks about something intelligent, like it doesn't make sense that there's so many people and only these cards, you know, it just doesn't add up, he's saying. But then Killua was like, nah, look at it this way. I agree to both of them, but then they got an epiphany. Hey, why don't we just go down and start trading with the people that want to get out of the game? See, this is the epiphany right here. So as these people are coming out disappointed at what they got, they start to do trading. They get more cards from these trades. They're getting used to trades. There was this one part right here where they tried to trade with this guy. The necklace glows, it transforms back, and I'm like, that necklace is very useful. I realized the importance on how valuable that necklace is in the group. Apparently the necklace helps with disease and everything. I'm like, are they talking about the villager people? Sure enough, they do the flashback of the villager people that you just saw. And they give it a shot. And I thought it was weird that all of them turn in the cards. Well, not just yet. All of those guys, they turn in the cards. But it was here when I thought it was weird because they're not cards anymore. But then I'm like, wait, if they don't put it in their free slot, then that means after a minute they should just turn back. So I was like, oh, okay. And then they get this number 75 card. And I'm like, that's the card that Bomber and them want, right? And then they get contacted by this guy. As soon as I saw them panning down to this huge group, I was like, nah, I'm not having it. I don't want them in the group. That was my initial thought, right? They talk about, like, how do you know how to check the rankings? This girl gives them, you know, crap. She's not having it. I didn't catch this on the first time, where they say, oh, if you collect 99, that's probably when you'll find this event for getting the very last one, number 0. So don't worry about 0 for now. Just worry on these other cards. I find out that Levy is the only one that could probably get one over on the whoever holds the necklace. But they can also block it if certain conditions are met. Okay. Her and Killua go at it. But then Killua had one up on her. She tries to make it like he's attacking everyone in the group, but really he's just attacking her. Yeah. This is when GON is explaining how the bomber's techniques work. A lot of people realize, crap, we're already a victim. Killua thinks, oh, that gives us an upper hand. But then GON just says it. It was right around this time I'm thinking, wouldn't that be so messed up if GON explained how to activate the bomb to them, and it actually activates the bomb? But nah, it has to be Genthru to activate the bomb. I understand that, but I just thought, wouldn't that be kind of funny that he just explains it and then it just activates? And then she starts to talk about how you can keep reusing the same spell. You put, like, for example, you put that down, but instead of hitting select, you take the card off so you can use it again. And I was just yelling, hacks! Hacks! This is when they realize, oh, we should go for number 2, Patch of Shore. She uses the card, they find out where you can find it. Sofrabi, I think is what it's called. They use a company bringing all of them there. They find this woman, her. She starts talking about where to find it, but she also mentions pirates, and I'm like, are we going to get some One Piece in this? And then she starts mentioning how many pirates there are. There's 15. And then they drop this guy's name, Razor, the guy who stopped the Phantom Trope from entering the game illegally. They find out that even though they individually came here and didn't find any clues before, she realizes that, oh, it must be because we have triggered it by having so many players. There are 15 pirates, and it just so happens that there's 15 of them there, just like she says. Yep. A company is what they use to all go together at once, triggering the event. That guy, I find out, is like a loner. He was standing all by himself when they were back at that like meeting spot talking. It looked like he was a loner. Him saying it was brutal, that you had to be in a huge group like this. It's kind of obvious that the guy was a loner. So yeah, that happened. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't get to record that, the actual reaction. I thought I had it going, but apparently it was on pause. But yeah, some of the things I mentioned were how I thought Razor, to get the reward from him, before finding out about all these pirate stuff, I was saying something like, oh, I thought it was weird that he was saying if you can beat him, back when the Phantom Trope arrived in the illegal way to get onto shore, him popping up and saying if you beat me you can get a reward. I thought it was kind of weird, because if you get a reward for doing something illegally, that seems kind of off. But it makes more sense that he is in this, where he's one of the pirates that you have to, I guess, defeat in order to get to card number 2. Again, I think that the group, the bomber group, Gen3's group, is going to fall apart because he started talking about, you know, like, we should start talking about how we're going to divide the reward of the 50 mil and everything like that. So I think that alliance is going to go down the tube. They're in a very big group now. I mean, they rejected the first one, but it seems like their morals align more with what GON had in mind, because he was not with that first group, and for good reason, and on more than one level. I mean, he didn't have to deal with what happened to the last group. You know, they're all dead except for that one guy, who I still don't know the name of. I just know that he was smart. We didn't get another or more info on the Phantom Trope in this episode, but I'm pretty sure we'll get more of that in time, real soon. It'll be interesting to see. I was not expecting Hisoka to be inside the game. Going back to episode 66, I was not expecting that. But now that he is in the game, it makes more sense seeing the intro. I'm so upset at myself still, and I can't really think straight about what I want to talk about the episode for 67. That's such a buzzkill, man. I had a good morning too, and then I just ruined it for myself. Yeah, I'll just, I want to see where this is going to go, so I'm just going to jump into 68. Not many pirates there at the moment. I see 4. Where's the other 11? I just noticed that other guy, the loner, is just standing there. Pirates and guesses. We're playing a guessing game? Sumo. Oh, he's just burning them. I thought he was gonna throw them out. Nah, he's just letting them cook. Ooh. Gon's not having any of that. It's okay. Let Killua handle it. Now the whole group is gonna see what Killua is capable of. He's out. So he didn't actually use his techniques like I wanted him to show off to the whole group, but he got him out of the ring. That's all that matters. Ooh. Oh, that was one of the other pirates. I didn't know that. Is the boss Razor? What kind of pirates are these? There he is. I wonder if GON mentions that his dad helped make this game, will he have a reaction from it? Will Razor have a reaction out of that? Sports battle. It makes sense that these are the pirates because if Razor is at the top, he comes off as more like an Olympian athlete. Boxing. What's with that floor on the boxing ring? I didn't catch it, but they mentioned something about Nen. Okay, so that guy's an emitter. It sounds like you can use Nen in the boxing. That's what they were mentioning. And he's down. Moving on. Oh. GON saw it. Teleportation. What? That is so cheap. Clever though. It was so fast I didn't even see it. Juggling soccer balls? You gotta juggle with your feet? That'd be kinda cool to see. Can you hear them? He just smiled. Yeah, so yeah, you can attack using Nen. That was what they were saying. What happened? Are they purposely gonna lose so that they can reset it? Because they know they can't win with this huge group. Only they're the ones that are capable of beating them. Yeah, they're purposely losing. They're probably gonna have to explain themselves why did they purposely lose. So they need another 3. Great. I don't like her again. Oh wait, is everyone else gonna disperse? Yeah. Aw. Aw. Designed to incite fighting. No wonder why. That makes a lot more sense. Now I know why this guy's in the intro. He's stuck with them. Oh, don't tell me they join up with the Phantom Trope. That'd be so cool. Because then how many members is that for Phantom Trope? We got Shalnark, Shizuku, Kortopi. Could they also get Tetsuda's group? It's Hisoka. Definitely Hisoka. If it is the Phantom Trope, they're more likely to pass this if it is the case. I so want the Phantom Trope to join them right now to beat this event. Oh, it is Hisoka. Oh no, is he? He's naked. Oh, he is. I guess they caught him in a bad time. Oh my god. Put on some clothes first, man. They're just staring at his junk. Look at her. Oh my god. You saw Bisky drooling over Hisoka's junk? Oh my god. She really wants Hisoka to join them. Oh, very nice. Going by the gut feeling. It goes by the same saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. Why they had to zoom in on that? Yeah, that was a creeper move for sure. Oh, please, please, please bring the rest of the trope. I know he's not part of it anymore, but please bring all of them in. Okay, so Hisoka doesn't really know how the game works. Yeah, Hisoka doesn't know much about the game still. Or was he lying about that as well? Yeah, because he already met them. We know that that was a lie. But where's the part where it falls through? I didn't catch it. Whoa! With the toast in the mouth, classic. I'm gonna be late. Classic trope. Oh my god, these are all cliché events. GON would have totally did it. He would have totally played into the act. Why not? Just let it happen. This is a city of cliché. Cliché city. Oh, that makes sense. There's a big, huge heart hovering above it. The Nen Purger. Killua is always the one to figure things out. But then Gon is the one who would take actions based on the instinct that he feels, regardless of knowing the truth. Sometimes it helps for when Killua does explain it to him, though. Yeah, I guess. I figured that they would ask him to join Tetsugawa. What if all the other Phantom Trope players gave him a different name? Hisoka knows what he's trying to do too. So he used Nen to mask the list. I forgot he could do that. Because he did that for the fortune that he was given back when Crollo gave fortunes to everyone in the group of the Phantom Trope. I forgot he could do that. Alright, that was my reaction to episode 68. They met up with Hisoka. I was not expecting that. I really want them to meet up with the Phantom Trope. The rest of the members that are in the game. Meet up with all the Phantom Trope members. Get Tetsugawa to fill up the remaining, I don't know, whatever the remainder that would have open slots. Because then that'll do the 15, right, that they need. Because then as soon as they realized that they weren't going to pass with these crappy members on their team, it's better to just gather information, lose, and then, dig out. But I wasn't expecting everyone in that group to just leave on them. And it was first the girl. The girl left. I didn't like her after that. And then everyone was like, yeah, let's just all bug out. The only one that stayed was that one guy who came off as a loner to me. Like, he knew right off the bat that it was brutal to have so many people in order to start this event. And they came to the conclusion that this event was designed to incite infighting between members of a party. But he stayed behind because he knew that it'd be more beneficial to just try to finish the event and get this card, number 2 card. That was another thing I just remembered. While I was reacting to 67, I mentioned something like, they shouldn't name the number 2 card Patch of Shore. I was going to say, because they were talking about pirates, right? I was saying, they should have just called it One Piece, and then just had a picture of a straw hat in there. But going back to 68, they met up with Hisoka. Hisoka's joined them. Of course, he's holding back information. They're kind of holding back because they don't trust him a little bit, but it's mostly him that's not lying. That part where Bisky was just drooling and staring at his junk, he had no shame. He was like letting it all hang out, no problem. He has nothing to be ashamed of. That part was funny. But then that part where she really wanted him to join, but then she turned around and did the where you have to use Gyo to see what she was writing in her aura or whatever. That was sly. I like that because it didn't seem like he didn't catch on to that at all. But yeah, there was the Razor guy in the Pirates of 15. He comes off as someone who was good friends with probably Jin, Gon's father. I feel like they were good friends. That's why I'm thinking if Gon were to like drop some information bomb on him, but like, yeah, I'm his son, he might. Well, he won't treat them, he won't favor them, make it easier for the test, but he would just look at him differently, like he would root for him to, try and beat the test. He already sees him in a different light because they caught on, and he caught on to what they caught on to, losing on purpose. Get a stronger team to go. Because the initial point of that whole first 15 group that they came together with, the whole point of that was just to get this card and prevent the Bomber group, Genthru's group, or any other player to get the number 2 card. And once they realized the requirements, they were like, I don't have to be here anymore, and they just bugged out. Because there's no way you can get that many people, the bomber group, that many people, in order to get that last card. But yeah, I really, really want all the members of the Phantom Trope, including Machi, okay? I want her to be in here. She has to come into the game. I want all those members to join GON and them to make up that 15. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Them and the Phantom Trope working together. That's like a classic anime theme where you fight an early villain. The villain realizes where they went wrong sometimes, but then later on, the goals that the protag and the antagonist would have, the old antagonist would have before, their goals would align, you know, and they start working together, for better or for worse. I always like that type of stuff in just stories in general. You don't always, it's not always anime you see that in. That's just in general. Like a lot of stories have that, and I love that aspect of it, where someone old comes in and they come and help you for this thing, even though you guys don't see eye to eye. You guys are going to work together to get something done, where both parties will benefit, right? Yeah, I'm still so frustrated that I couldn't get a real recording of my reaction to 67, but I tried the best as I could to remember what went through my head as I rewatched it, and I hope that'll be good enough. I really just want to watch the next 3 right now, but I'm pacing myself in this reaction in a way where it's like, you know, I want to see the comments, see if I've missed anything. That way, when I go into the next one, I don't feel like I am as naked in information. Because when I rewatched the 67, there was actually quite a lot of small details that I missed. Like, for instance, the whole getting the whole 99 restricted card slots filled in order to activate a possible, like, they're just guessing, but they are positive that getting all 99 cards will activate an event that will allow them to get the very last card 0. You know, small stuff like that. Another example would be like when the Killua and that girl was arguing, you know, and Killua was winning, but then he was asking for 2 of your S rank cards if you want this info, and she was like, oh, you hear that, everyone? She was trying to turn everyone on them, but really he was like, nah man, not anyone else, just you. You're the one that's giving me trouble. You're the only one I want to trade with for the SS cards for my info. I'm fine with giving info for everyone else, but because of you, you gotta trade for the info that I'm getting out, that I'm giving out. I'm thinking back on the beginning of 67 when Killua just beat that exam. I feel so sorry for Zipile. Like, when we saw him last, he was like on his way. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Hunter, blah blah blah. And you just have an acquaintance that you were just friends with just totally mop you right at the beginning. You just mopped everyone. And it took an hour and a half only because it took forever to grab each of their badges. I didn't even know what the test was really about, but Killua, regardless, made it so that everyone else failed. There's no point, because since he's the only one, he basically passed the exam. Easiest Hunter exam for the whole administration of the Hunter exam. Like, everyone that was lined up to help be an examiner, they were like, oh, vacation. They don't have to do it anymore. Killua made it so easy for them this time. I'm curious where exactly Crollo is. Is he nearby the island? Is he just waiting nearby? Maybe on a boat, another boat, not the one that blew up by Razor, but just another boat, just chilling, waiting. I'm still wondering if what Hisoka says is true or not. Him saying that, oh, he was hired by Crollo. In some ways I can believe it, in other ways I can't. Hisoka, he lies a lot to get what he wants. But the thing is, what he wants is a fight with Chrollo. Chrollo wants his Nen. Hisoka's in there to find this Nen Purger so that he can get his Nen back. Once he gets his Nen back, Hisoka... It's like a win-win situation. That's why I can see Hisoka not lying and saying, yes, I am here on behalf of Chrollo. I am here to get your boss back his Nen so I can fight him. The whole crew of Phantom Trope doesn't rock with Hisoka, though. Not anymore. For good reason. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other stuff, but at the same time, I'm just so frustrated at myself that I messed up on that episode 67 reaction. But hopefully, the next time we react, that doesn't happen. And hopefully, you can be there to watch it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. My mind's all messed up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Shoots.